Hi, my name is Mary Colin and this is our Sacred Chakra Yoga class. So it's all about our second chakra, which is located where the reproductive organs are. And it represents fertility, fluidity, and creativity. So let's open up our hips today and really get connected with that area. For the first posture, I would like you to find a block or a cushion, a pillow. Anything would work. Could be a couch pillow. And I just want you to find an expression where you can get really comfortable, and at the same time, maybe you find a way to open up your hips just lightly, where you're still at ease. And once you have settled yourself in this expression, I would like you to bring your hands by your upper thighs. And as you take a deep inhale, lengthen up through your spine. And as you exhale, slowly guide your hands down. Give yourself a stroke and more like an easy stretch. So this one more time. Take a breath in. And then exhale. Press down and glide your hands away from your hips. You can already feel some light opening. And let's do this one more time. Deep inhale. Exhale, open up a little more. And just rest your hands wherever they want to be. You want to face your palms up and close your eyes. Or just find a soft gaze. When we connect with our pelvis area, oftentimes we talk about emotions that are stored in this place. Emotions are represented by the element water. And when we block our second chakra, we tend to have problems with change, and we have problems finding passion and sexuality, and we feel inhibited. And maybe even socially withdraw ourselves. When it's excessively flowing there, we tend to have an unbridled sexuality and maybe even become emotionally dependent. So let's work on balancing out that area by taking a deep inhale, lift up your chest and breathe into your hips. Exhale, release, and imagine how it now becomes all flowy and soft. One more time, deep inhale, lift up your heart, open up your chest, but breathe lower into your hip area. And then soft exhale, fluidity, softness, and gentleness. Keep breathing. Just notice maybe you're feeling something, some emotions are coming up. If you'd like to meditate on the seed sound, it's a vam. And it helps us to find balance there as well. When you're ready, slowly open up your eyes if you have closed them. And you can hold on to your block for a moment. So you can find a hero's pose just for a brief moment. I want you to see what it feels like to have an internal rotation of our thighs. So you can stay seated on your block like this. Bring your knees together and hug your ankles into your block if you have a block or pillow. Or if you know already, hey, I can go a little lower and it doesn't hurt my knees and it feels still very comfortable and there's no big pressure on your upper side of your feet, please find that too. And now take a deep inhale again, breathe into your pelvic area. Exhale, softness. and release. Just one more time. Inhale into your hips. Exhale, release any last tension in this moment. Beautiful. Now let's come into a tabletop. So bring your knees underneath your hip bones and your wrists underneath your shoulders. Take a deep inhale, drop your belly for cow pose, open up your heart. Exhale, cat. Pull your belly in and then dome up into your upper spine and mid spine. Press your palms into the earth. Inhale, cow. Exhale, this time circle your hip bones into your cat. So bring your hips to the left, back, around to the right, and forward. Inhale, cow. This time, rotate from your right side, back, left, and then come back to tabletop, please. You'll tuck your toes under, take a deep inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Sink your heels down, lift up your hip bones. And then press down through your thumbs, so the base of your thumbs and your index fingers. Maybe you want to pat out your legs for a moment. I think that's always great, especially when we're feeling really tight in our hamstrings and pelvic area. So you can even rotate a little bit. Just make it more of a movement rather being so rigid. Yes, awesome. Back into downward facing dog, please. Then inhale, gaze forward, exhale, travel to the top of your mat into ragdoll pose. So hip with distance with your feet or a little wider. Sink deeply down, so really bend into your knees. And then grab for opposite elbows if that serves you, and then sway from side to side. And here again, just finding fluidity and movements in your hips. And finding creativity as well. So maybe you want to dance a little around and go off balance. And then switch your class, please. Lovely. Release your hands down. Toe heel your feet together. Either bring your big toes to kiss over your heels or find a comfortable distance. In a halfway lift, place hands onto your shins and use that as a leverage to lift up your heart forward. Roll your shoulders up and down your spine. Take a deep inhale. Reach forward even more. Sink your weight forward into your toes. And then exhale, high plank. Plant your hands down and then step your feet back so they are hip width distance. Align now your hip bones with your shoulder blades. And then reach your heart forward. So what helps me is to roll my shoulders away from my ears, down my spine, and then press down through my heels. So really press them back. So there's two actions happening. So breathe here, gaze down, find extension through the crown of your head. Breathe for 3, 2, 1, and come back to downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. One more time, let's kick forward into high plank. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Lower your knees, come into a child's pose. So bring your big toes to touch, open your knees, and sink your torso and your forehead down into the earth. Press your palms down to use that also to find that counter action. Sink your hips a little lower into your heels so your elbows are lifted. Breathe into your hips here. Imagine the color orange. That helps to find focus on your second chakra to really deepen that sensation. Nice, come up to your tabletop, please. And then back into downward facing dog.
Inhale, reach your right leg high. Exhale, scorpio your legs. So open up your right hip, bend your right leg, and just, again, I want you to find creativity. Even if you're coming off to your left side a little more, opening it up a little more, stack your hips here, and press your weight back into your right hand. A lot of times you want to tilt over too much to the left. And inhale, send your right heel back. Parallel your hip bones. Exhale, low lunge. Bring your right foot to the inside of your right thumb. Lower your left knee. Untuck your left toes. Your legs are hip width distance, and when you're ready, inhale, crescent moon. Reach your arms up here. Hold and breathe. So kick your right hip a little back as it likes to sneak a little forward. Open up your heart, pull your belly in, and then rotate your biceps back and in. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, half splits, Ardha, Hanumanasana. So plant your hands down, and then draw your tailbone back and down. Come onto your right heel and flex your right toes. And then just surrender your forehead down. And breathe here, opening up your right hamstring a little more. Keep your hip bones level, please. That's really nice. Inhale, come back up to a low lunge. Plant your left hand down. Exhale, low lunge twist. Reach your right arm up. Breathe here as well. You now have the option to stay here or find a quad stretch. So kick your left foot in, grab for your left foot, keep your left toes as well flexed. Open up your heart and roll your right shoulder down and back. Here, if you like to, you can also use a strap if that's available for you, or a towel. Inhale, open up your chest a little more. Exhale, softly release your left leg. Come back into a low lunge. Now tuck your left toes under. Lift up your left knee and come into a pyramid variation. So you stay on your left toes, light bend in your right leg, and then draw your right hip again slightly back to just level out your hip bones. And then surrender your head. Find some ease in this beautiful stretch. Long exhales always help to find more release of tension. Then come back to a low lunge, please. Really press your palms down. Take an inhale, high plank. Exhale, lower down all the way. Untuck your toes. Now you have the option to find a low cobra or high cobra or upward facing dog. So inhale, lift yourself up to whatever expression feels right. Open up your chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Tuck your toes under. Let's do the left side. Inhale, reach your left leg high. And then exhale, find a scorpio leg again. So bend your left knee. Open up your left hip. Maybe make it a little more playful, whatever you did before. Just dangle a little more open, but still press your weight into your left palm again. Keep your chest more square. Alright, inhale, kick your left foot back, parallel your hip bones to the ground. Exhale, low lunge, travel your left foot to the inside of your left thumb. And then lower your right knee down, untuck your right toes. Feet and legs are hip width distance. When you're ready, inhale, crescent moon. Reach your arms up and breathe here. And then slightly nudge your left hip back, your left and your right hip forward. Snap your belly in, open up your heart. Rotate your biceps back. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, half split. So plant your hands down, sink your tailbone down and back. And then come into your left heel, flex your left toes. And then see if your hips are collapsing to really find a balanced expression. And then just surrender down again into your left knee. Let this be a soft expression. Nice opening of our left hip and hamstrings. Awesome. Come back down to a low lunge. Root your right hand down. Inhale, low lunge twist. So lift up your left hand. Again, you have the option to stay here. Or exhale, quad stretch. So bring your right foot in, flex your right tippy toes and grab for the outside. As you do so, open up your chest, roll your left shoulder away and back. Alright, one more inhale. And then exhale, come back down to a low lunge. This time tuck your right toes under. And then inhale, pyramid variation, come onto your right toes. Still keep your right heel lifted. And as you exhale, lower yourself a little more down. Bow forward. And drop your head. Let it be more of a restorative experience. Soft bend in your left knee. Beautiful. Come back to low lunge, please. And then really ground your hands down first. Just kick back to a high plank. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Yay, we got this part done. Let's move on. Inhale, reach your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Bring your right foot to the inside of your right thumb. Come onto your left tippy toes. Inhale, crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. Reach your arms up. Breathe here. Then rock your right hip slightly more back, your left hip forward. Sink your weight into your right heel. And then lift up your frontal hip bones toward your rib cage. Take one more deep inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Spin down your left heel and then bring your right heel in alignment with your left arch. Open up your arms. And draw your belly in. And see as your hands as an extension of your collarbone. Gaze over your middle finger. One more inhale here. One more exhale. Inhale, star pose, so toes out, heels in, arms up wide in the sky. So really find sun rays in your fingers. One more inhale. Exhale, horse pose. Maybe you want to just serve out your legs first before you parallel your thighs toward your mat. And slowly find stillness here. Bring your right and left knee in direction of your second toe. And then use your booty muscles to carve your tailbone under, to open up your knees. And bring your hands to your heart. Roll your shoulders up and down your spine. Nice. Take a deep inhale. Breathe. Big exhale. Send your tailbone lower. Let's make it a movement. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, lower a little more. One more time. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, sink even lower. One more time. Inhale, reach up your arms. Exhale, lower even deeper. You got this. Beautiful. Inhale, start pose. Exhale, warrior two. Take one more inhale. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, cartwheel your arms down. You choose whatever you need in this vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. You can always skip them, of course. Take a deep inhale, lift up your left leg. Exhale, low lunge, bring your left foot to the inside of your left thumb. And bring your right toes onto your mat, lift up your right heel. When you're ready, inhale, crescent lunge. Reach your arms up and then settle in on your exhale a little more. And travel your left hip slightly back as you bring your right hip crease forward. It helps in a light bend in our back leg here. So we're bringing our pelvis more into a neutral position. Open up your heart space. Take one more inhale. Exhale, warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. So angle down your right heel. And then guide your left heel slightly in so it's in line with your right arch. Open up your arms to the front and back. Breathe here for a moment and see if your left knee is on top of your left ankle. Firm your left outer thigh in. Reach up through all sides of your torso. One more inhale. One more exhale. Inhale, start pose. Burst open. Exhale, horse. Sink deeply right away into its expression. Heart lifted. Press your palms together. Roll your shoulders away from your ears. Let's do some twisting. Bring your hands to your inner thigh. Take a deep inhale, lengthen forward. Exhale, twist over your right side. If it cracks, no biggie. It's probably really amazing. Take a breath in, lengthen. Exhale, twist over to your left side. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the left. One more time. Third time. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Make it your deepest twist so far. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist and wring it out. Inhale, center. Exhale, come back to horse pose. Inhale, start pose, reach up. Exhale, warrior two. Take one more inhale. Exhale, Chaturanga, cartwheel your arms down and bring it home. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Beautiful job. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, hop or travel to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain, reach your arms up into the sky. Exhale, hands to your heart. Beautiful. Step out onto the side of your mat. And then find a distance. So it's almost like a leg distance. So it's aligned underneath your wrists or a little wider. Hands to your hips. Take a deep inhale. Lift up your chest. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold, Prasarita Padottanasana. So cascade your torso toward the space between your legs. And lower your hands down. Now you have some options. You can either place your hands underneath your elbows or maybe the outside of your calves, or ankles or feet. You choose in this moment what is the best expression to open up your hips, whereas at the same time find ease and stillness. Take this moment for yourself. 3 breaths here. And bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to your hips. Inhale, rise. Now exhale, you have the option to hop or step your feet together. Whoops! And come to the top of your mat. And let's flow down and cool down. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, you choose. Inhale, upward facing dog or even cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach your right leg high. Exhale, half pigeon. So bring your right knee behind your right wrist. Scoot your shin forward. Flex your toes if your shin is almost parallel with your mat. And then travel your left foot back. So what also helps is to gaze over your right shoulder, to level out your hip bones and to see if your left tippy toes are pointed back. With your option, to also find a figure 4 on your back. You can reach your heart up, take a breath in. Option to find sleeping pigeon. And when you do so, please make sure you're not collapsing to your right side. You can always use a pillow to lift up your right hip. You can rest your forehead onto your mat or onto your hands. Take a breath and acknowledge any emotions that are coming up right now. And on your exhale, release them. Take 3 more breaths on your own, please. And when you're ready, slowly press yourself up, please. Tuck your left toes under. Inhale, reach your right leg up. Maybe shake it out. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, half pigeon. Bring your left knee behind your left wrist. Scoot your shin forward and then flex your left toes if your shin is almost parallel with the top. And then slowly scoot your right foot back. Gaze over your left shoulder while your right toes pointed back. And open up your chest. Level your hip bones. Take a breath in. Option again, come down to your sleeping pigeon. And if you did figure 4 on your right side, then please find it again on your left side. Beautiful. Settle in. And if you feel like this left side feels different, that is quite possible. One side can be tighter than the other side. Take a deep inhale. Maybe use the color orange in this moment to breathe into your hips. And as you exhale, release any emotions that are not serving you right now. Three more breaths on your own. And slowly press yourself back up. Tuck your right toes under. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Shake it out. Exhale, downward facing dog. Then drop your knees down. Come onto your booty. And let's do a half Lord of the Fish. So Ardha Matsyendrasana. For that, bring your right foot underneath your left hip. And then in this case, you can always use a pillow. And then I would like you to bring your left foot to the outside of your right knee and press it down. If this doesn't work, you can always extend your right leg out like this and do that as a variation. So whatever you choose, bring your left hand behind you. Root yourself down, lift up your torso, take a deep inhale. Exhale, twist from your core first. And then hook your right elbow to the outside of your left knee. As you do so, still find that groundedness in your left foot and keep your left leg and knee strong. Soft bend in your left elbow. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, open a little more.
Slowly guide yourself back forward. Let's switch it up. Bring your left foot underneath your right booty, and then ground your right foot to the outside of your left knee. You can always again use your pillow. Right hand behind you. Press down through all four corners of your left foot. Take a breath in, lift up your left arm. Exhale, twist. So hook your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Open up your collarbones wide here, please. Soften your right elbow. Take a deep inhale, lift up. Exhale, twist a little more. Awesome. And slowly guide yourself back forward. Extend your legs and then come down to your back. Feet hip width distance underneath your knees. Inhale, bridge pose. Lift up your hips and your chest. Option to lace your hands underneath you. Roll your shoulders under and send your tailbone toward your knees to activate your glutes. In addition to your quad muscles, take one more inhale. Exhale, lower down here. Find Supta Baddha Konasana, so open your knees wide and your feet together. Let this be another beautiful hip stretch. Just for a brief moment, you want to place your hands by your hips. Take a breath in, and then exhale. Glide your hands down your legs to open up your knees and your hips a little more. Then close your legs like a book. Hug your knees in. And hold on to your right knee, please. Extend your left leg out. Take a breath in. Exhale, supine twist. Guide your right knee over to the left. Tee out your arms and drop your head towards the right. Scoot your left hip bone underneath your right. Take a breath in. Exhale, twist a little more. One more inhale. One more exhale. And with control, guide your knees back to center. Hug your left knee in. Extend your right leg out. Take a breath in. Exhale, supine twist. So bring your left knee over to the right side. Scoot your right hip underneath your left hip. And tee out your arms. Option gaze over to the left. Breathe here. Inhale. Exhale, twist a little more. One more inhale. Lengthen. One more exhale. We twist. Guide your knees back to center, please. And one last hip stretch, happy baby pose, Ananda Balasana. So you can grab for your thighs, your calves, or your feet. And then flex your toes. Press your palms down into your feet to guide your knees closer to your armpits, around your thoracic cage. Just slightly tuck your chin in. Bring your whole back down onto your mat. Beautiful. One more breath in here. Exhale, release a little more. Come into a tiny ball. Bring your forehead toward your knees. And then let's flex every muscle one more time. Inhale. And exhale, Shavasana. Extend your legs out. Your arms by your side. Flare your feet open. Maybe soften your gaze or close your eyes. Find some ease. Melt your whole body into the earth. And you may stay longer here for now. I'm thanking you for joining me today. Namaste.